Hi all, welcome to the channel. What I have here today is a 2010 Audi C6. It's a 2-liter TDI and I'm going to try and do the oil change on this today. First thing you need to do is to bring your car up to temp. That's one thing. And then tools, you're going to need something to lift up the car. I'm using my ramps. You can use your jack and axle stands and all that. And you need access basically to the front side of the engine or the car. And the tools you're going to need, very basic if you ask me. So it's a 32mm socket with a flexible attachment, long extension bar, a ratchet, and a 19mm socket. That's for your drain plug, and that's for your oil filter housing or cover. And you might need a flathead screwdriver to take the bottom splash guard off, which I'll show you when I go along, and something to drain your oil into, and some gloves, some dirty cloth to wipe off things, and that's about it. And we'll get cracking. We'll see you in the next step. The first thing I'm doing is taking off the cover. You just basically pull out, there's a few kind of grommets and things, and it just lifts right off. And take this out, especially when you're going to drain the oil. Lose this as well. And then to show you the oil filter location, very easy access as compared to loads of other cars. To remove your oil filter, so you just go in like this with your 32mm and just go gently. This was indeed enough. And once you have that removed from its body, just let it drain for a bit, because there will be a lot of oil in it. So just, it's good to gonna leave it there for a few minutes, and while you proceed to your next step. To remove the bottom cover, the splash guard, you need to actually remove a few flathead screws, and they're gonna easy screw in and out. So it's just a couple of turns and they fall out. So make sure you keep track of them and just drop the splash cover. In this car, the splash guard was tied in a few places with the cable ties, so I just removed one of them just to get enough access to drain the oil. So here we go. Sure. So just, I suppose that's what I tend to do, just give it a bit of nudge to get it loose enough. Yeah. So I'm going to remove this there and drain the oil, and we'll see you in the next step. As a comparison, that's your old filter, that's the new filter. And if you notice on the top side, so this is the filter sits like this. There's an O-ring on that, and the new one should come with the newer one, and that's the new O-ring. I've removed the older one from the cover already. Use a flathead screwdriver and you should be able to remove it. I'm going to put the new one on, and filter will go in like this. So that's your new oil filter. I'm going to put it inside my hand, so this way it kind of goes down like this. So try it there. Make sure you put it by hands first, just to align the thread properly. And then there's about 25 Newton meters of torque spec which says on the cover. And if you don't have a torque wrench, just make sure it's tightened in enough, and just don't over tighten it. Just it should be enough once you have it enough tightened by a ratchet. So that's what I'm going to do. And the next thing I'm going to do is fill up the oil. This particular engine is the engine code is CAHA for this, and it takes about 4.7 liters of oil. And make sure you check for your own engine codes and make sure you have the right quantity in. I'm going to put 4 first, or 4.5 even, and then I'm going to let it run for a while and see if it needs more, and I'll go from there. And make sure you tighten everything up, follow the steps in reverse, tighten the drain plug before you put the engine oil actually. So that's all for it, I suppose. Very simple. Put everything back together and you should be good to go. And I will try and put up a video there to reset the oil. It's very easy in the menu itself. You should be able to follow along in the main screen, and then there's another service due message on this car, so I'm going to try and reset that as well. Thanks very much for watching. Give this video a like if it actually helped you, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like these to come. So we'll see you in another video.